Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of HermitCraft. And we're here with a great community dig in front of our beautiful tree, which is taking shape. After our last two episodes, we've established all of the details around it. Now it is time to create the entrance and or exit to the community build. So let's fly up here and take a look at our project area. So that's where we're going to work, down below where that beacon is. So what my vision is for this is something similar to the Aladdin's Cave of Wonder. If you remember kind of that general kind of styling that was in 2D animation, where they had like stone kind of walkways that were very narrow, very kind of sharp in design. And that's what we're going to do. So see that little entrance down right over there? We're going to have a little walkway that kind of gets higher and higher as it goes up to where eventually the cliff faces on the sides are going to be. And it's going to split off into two directions. It almost looks a little bit like a heart, if you will. I did a little mock-up just drawing around on a piece of paper, and that's kind of the shape it looked like. So that'll be interesting. Now down below, what we're going to do once we've established the walkway above, we are going to terraform this area into a lush fantasy grotto feel. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. But let's kind of dive into the details and things we worked on in our last episode. So over here, of course, we've got our banks built up with some dirt and some pod soil and some grass and of course vines snaking their way through the roots. Now over here, as you can see, I've started to add some of our little highlight colors, bringing in some of the hardened clay. Now, question out to you guys, have they gotten rid of the hardened clay? Is it now just called terracotta? Because, you know, I'm working with it and I was like, these are all called terracotta, and they're not terracotta in the form of, you know, put it in the furnace, but I didn't know they fully renamed it, so that's new to me. Also, I'm slowly putting slime heads everywhere. Just a little touch there to remind us how much we hate them. Of course, look at these details down here. Absolutely beautiful. All this little detail work takes so long. So as you can see, I've done this portion right here, but I have not done anything on this side over here. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about that. And of course, Cubfan's going to be working on his waterfall over here, which is going to be amazing. Now turning on over here, you can see, just look at that detail down here. It's just super inspiring. I love this side of the tree. This might be one of my favorite angles of the tree from here. I think it really kind of has a good perspective with the roots flowing down and of course the branches outstretching over the top. So I think that's a really good direction. There's still some areas that could use a little bit of sprucing up. This one's a pretty good angle. Now, of course, the front looks fairly good. I think it's some of these angles on the sides that could use a little bit more sculpting, especially up towards the top, how we can kind of really kind of stretch out the branches over there and make those look a little bit nicer. But yeah, I am quite excited about this. So like I said, we're going to take that walkway and start it right where those two roots kind of come together, and it's going to slowly stretch up and then break off to the right and the left. I think that's going to be really cool. Down at the bottom, of course, we're going to make a little archway for the river to flow through. So yeah, I think that's going to be a really cool episode. So if you guys are excited as I am for that, hit that like button and let's get underway. Welcome back. Double checking our project chest for the day. Everything is looking in order. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, along with trying to place that idea that I have for this very narrow walkway design that I know it was from an old Disney animated movie. I was looking back on Aladdin and I didn't quite see the same design I was thinking of. So maybe it was Sleeping Beauty when Maleficent was getting attacked. I don't know. It was from an old Disney cartoon and I know I have it somewhere in my brain. Like, where have I seen this design that I have in my head? I know it's going to be amazing, but I don't know where exactly it was. So I think I've gotten everything I need. But before we get going with today's episode, I gotta stop off at my base back at Scarlandia, because that sneaky Cub fan told me that there was, oh geez, I'm sorry guys. This is hideous for you. Divert your eyes if you're squeamish. Oh, there's so much green slime and yuckiness out here. There's so much yuckiness. But that guy told me that there were some mobs in my base, unlike any other mobs, and that one day I shall find these creatures and be rewarded greatly. So we kind of have to see what that is, because like I said, that sounds amazing. So let's go get our Elytra, let's get our rockets, let's fly back to Scarlandia and see if we can find these rewards. Flying into Scarlandia, let's keep an eye out for any unusual mobs. It looks like down below, Azuma is getting started with my item sorter, which is going to be so amazing to have something that can sort our items and be just a little bit more organized. But let's keep an eye out for any mobs. Let's see here. Let's zoom in on the surrounding areas. Where is these unidentified creatures? What has he done? Those are standardized pigs. Additional standard pigs. It looks like, from the looks of it, I don't know. Anything could have fallen into these ravines for sure. Says they were just wandering around, looking around. I don't see anything. What about in these caves down here? Something could always have like fallen down here. Wait, is this HermitCraft? Oh, no. That was a brief appearance, but he got away before we could see him. I don't know, Cub fan. I don't see anything. Let me take a little look around in it more depth. Nothing in the ravine. I've checked that. Now there's additional ravine back behind this road over here, which way back at the beginning of the season, that is where on stream, I think I died like 4 times on my first stream on season 5. It was rough. It was really rough. So I very much hope it's not down in these ravines over here, but I'm definitely going to see if I can take a look. That looks like your standard bat. Garden variety pig. I found it. I found it. That's right. I found what Cub fan put in my base. I'm going to turn the corner. There it is. It's a zombie cat, and he's so beautiful. Look at him. I don't want to slay him because he just like brings like joy and warmth to my heart. But on the other hand, I feel like I must like release him from his zombie bonds, right? Like the poor fella's just trapped in that decaying, rotten body. And oh God, that's a teleporting zombie right there. Oh my gosh, that was a teleporter. I don't know. I feel bad. Oh geez, that is like a million of them. Oh crud, I'm trapped. I'm trapped. This is not good. This is not good. I'm gonna have to kill it. Oh, that's a teleporter again. That's a teleporter. That's like a power-up attack, right? That's like a Street Fighter or something. You gotta do a quick power-up. Okay, we're gonna have to do it. Okay. Oh, that hurt my soul a little bit, but that's okay. We freed that cat from the bonds of the zombie terror. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, wow. There was a lot of mobs down there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is how much I've attacked to get down there. These caves are infested. These things are infested. Die. There we go. What is going on back here? It's just a subterranean pig farm, apparently. Oh, crud, they're coming for me. They're coming for me, guys. Those look like garden variety zombies, of course. So, Cub fan, amazing guy, just gave us our cat head, which I'm super excited about. I wonder if there's any more around here, right? He said there were he said mobs as a plural, not pearl, plural. There we go. I'm really good at the English language, don't worry. So let's see if we can walk around here a little bit more and see if we can find some more. Cat Scar is now roaming throughout the server now that I got my head. So big thank you to Cub fan for giving me a little scavenger hunt for the cat head. I looked around to see if there was any more because he did say plural when it came to mobs, but don't see any more, but I'm super happy to have one. I mean, we had one, but it was viciously taken from us from the slimes. People always ask me, Scott, why do you hit the slime so much? Well, for killing me 4 times and stealing my first cat head. That's right, my first love. Anyway, Azuma looks like he gave me a to-do list here, and I don't even know where to start with this. So, powered rails, 272, jack-o'-lanterns, 64, repeaters, 481, comparators, 81, hoppers, 659, droppers, 569, and observers, 325. What is this, like a recipe for the Starship Enterprise? Am I going to be flying around the server? That would be kind of amazing, but okay. I'm going to get right on that, Azuma. That is like the biggest order of supplies I've ever seen, but I feel like, ow, that really hurt. Ow, oh, that stung. I feel like we can do that. That's going to take a while. That's going to take a couple live streams, so definitely follow me on Twitter and, of course, Twitch, so you'll be notified when I go live. When we go and scavenge for 689 hoppers, that's going to be amazing. Maybe we can find Tango to give us just a little bit of iron for that. But let's return to the community build with our beautiful cat head. Oh my gosh, look at the cat flying. Oh, birds thought that they could just fly away from me, you know? Now I can come right after them now that I've got some wings. Oh my gosh, I love flying cat Scar. That is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen on the server. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, we actually got to go get work done today, okay? Promise? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's go get set up and start working on our walkways. Now it is time to finally get to work after we found our cat head. So we're gonna start right here. So I brought out some stone and I've got all my shulker boxes just full of the stuff we're gonna need today. You guys can't give me just 5 minutes to get going with my projects today, can you? You gotta check all your corners when these things start approaching because you know friends are gonna start falling out of nowhere on top of you. I'm getting a little paranoid, guys. I've been down here so long. I've died so many times. I've just died so many times down here. 4 times yesterday, or not yesterday, but in my last episode here, getting the time lapse done 4 times. And look, I told you they're falling on my heads. He's gonna come and try to kill me. I need to get this project done, or I'm gonna lose my mind. I may have already lost my mind. So what we're doing? I can't. When you die as much as I do down here, like it truly does kind of like warp your mind. Okay, all right, I'm totally concentrated now. So as you can see, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off that pillar right there, and then we're gonna start this walkway, and it's going to start to extend upwards a little bit. And I want this to approach about halfway between this platform here and that one right there. So somewhere in the middle, so that it then kind of like loops back downwards. Oh, you can't get me? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you big boy, you thought you were really cool, didn't you? You know, being all big, expandable, you know, you think you slice you down and then you just keep expanding. Like, I was gonna say Pandora's box, but I don't think that's correct. The thing with the heads, not elytra. What's the thing with the heads? You cut one off and another one grows back, or you come on, work with me here. They had the 3-headed dogs in Harry Potter, come on. I can't think what it was called, but you know what I'm talking about, evil creature. Totally, that's what slimes are. People don't know that. It's totally true. 100% true. I only tell the facts here. So this is the general pathway, right? So it's going to start kind of working its way up and then slowly getting higher and higher. So as you can see, each time we go up just a little bit shorter distance before we make our little approach upwards like that. So I think something like this could be good. So let's push ourselves up one more block like that. And the reason I'm starting so, far out from the tree is I want there to be a nice build up so it doesn't block any of the views of the tree if you're looking from here or if you're looking from there, so you can see right over it. So I think this is going to be good. So give me a few minutes here. Let me really refine this because everything is going to be based off of these dimensions. Always start out with a blueprint. Always start out with a layout like this so then you can refine it. So instead of like getting halfway through and being like, oh, this is garbage, I must destroy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this just a little bit more. Welcome back. And we just had a huge zombie invasion down here. We just cleared out. Unfortunately, I died, of course. I don't know what happened. It was a whole thing. There was a zombie, a skeleton, and then boom, creeper. I don't know. It was either there or somewhere else. I don't know where the actual location was, but what they were trying to do was steal my cat head. So I put it in my under chest, safe and sound. No need to worry about it. Oh, no, I'm really bad at walking up those things. Oh, you thought you could get me, didn't you, creeper? Yep, too late. No, you got to work on your timing there, bro. Yeah, I got to work on that a little bit. You're a little slow on that. Anyway, as you guys can see, I've got this walkway slowly worked out. So I'm just trying to get the basics down. And I think this is starting to get where I want it. It's how we have it kind of a slow ascent upwards. And I think this is a good point right about here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to slope it back downwards into somewhere about right there on either end. I think that's going to look cool. So if we start kind of building these things outward like so, and if I shoot on over here real quick, there we go. So I think something like that is going to start to look really cool. And then down below, if we shoot on down real quick, this is going to be a perfect spot to create our little archway where the river flows through. I think that's going to look really cool. And down at the bottom, it's going to be very skinny and it's going to widen outwards as it gets higher to the top. So it'll kind of like, bow out. And I think that's going to look really, really cool. It's going to take us a little while to get there. So I still need to work on that arch, how it kind of flows downward a little bit more. No. Yeah, got me. Oh, they got me. Oh, I was just about to slay them and start that clip, and I looked away. That is the second time I've died today. Oh, that is devastating. Man, there was at least 3 solid slimes and then a couple of their little offsprings doing their thing. Oh, man. Well, welcome back, guys. I was able to get the design settled, and I was excited about that, and I was, going full screen, pulling up OBS, and, well, it just wasn't fast enough. Anyway, I've gotten the 2 sections built up, so I think they look really, really good, so I'm very excited about that. And then, of course, what we're going to do now is once we have the 2 split... The heck? Am I seeing things, or was that another cat head? It is. It's another one, and it's an orange one, and he's so beautiful. Here, let's punch him to death so we can love him. Here, come on, die. Come on, die for me. Just a little faster would be great. There we go. Oh, that makes this whole thing better. That cat head makes everything better in life, doesn't it? Anyway, I've got the 2 sections built, which I'm excited about. Originally planned on showing you those in person, not walking through my base, but I'll meet you back over there. All right, we are back. Let's see. Okay, there's all our stuff. I think we are good. Okay, there's a zombie. I think we can grab it really quick. So where's my sword? Oh, perfect. The sword is actually my most valuable possession because that thing was quite an accomplishment to get all of those enchantments on there. Back off, buddy. Back off. I don't like you. I don't like you. Okay, let's throw this on there real quick. There we go. And let's put that where it belongs. And let's swoop that over there and put you over here. Beautiful. And of course, put our meat in our hand. Awesome. Okay. Yep, they're already here. And I think we've got everything. I don't think they actually picked up any of our stuff. Anyway, so this is the design so far. I'm loving this. So once we start really working out the design, I want them to bow outwards from each other just a little bit more. They're a little close together. So I think this is generally the right shape. So both angles kind of splitting off. And we need to come up with something kind of in the center right here. I think we could do something really cool right there. But yeah, I think once we widen the pathway, have these things go upwards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly kind of have like maybe even a hump. And then they go back down into where the actual cliffs are going to be. So I think the shape has finally been worked out. Also, I'm getting very, very close to 400,000 blocks mined out. In the comments, do this for me. Hashtag 400K. That's right. I want to see all the comments. 400K. Hashtag 400K, because that's an accomplishment right there. Look at Cubfan coming up in 200. Super awesome. Everybody contributing to this thing has made it so at least we can get to this point, which is awesome. So what we need to do now, like I said, is start to kind of widen these out just a little bit, figure out the pathway. And I think we're going to do some of that in super fast build mode. End of super fast build mode, and we've got ourselves one incredibly beautiful shape for our walkways and cliffs. Now this of course is just the structure. We're gonna add so much to this design a little later on, but I love the design. This very kind of organic feel to it. I'm absolutely loving it. So as you can see, it splits off and then works its way to the right and to the left. And once you've worked your way to the very top of this walkway, oh, there's Bob the Creeper, building inspector, keeping an eye on things. Of course, oh geez, that's a teleporting creeper. No. Don't blow up what I just worked on. I'm gonna level with you guys. I may or not have died maybe 2 times during that time lapse because the server sometimes gets a little laggy and creepers and their teleporting nature. I don't have the skills to take on these things. Oh geez, that's a teleporting zombie too. This is the life down here, guys. This is the life. Anyway, once you've worked your way up to the very top here, I am kind of considering now doing this in 2 levels. Now, we've gone back and forth on how we all want to do this down here, plot-wise and things along those lines. But I really feel like at this point, keeping this like this. So if we have a lower level, an upper level right here. So this walkway would then just walk down onto this. And then of course you'd have the storefronts. Maybe we could redo the walls just a little bit, you know, build down the columns, things along those lines. I think that could be really cool. And of course, if we don't decide to do that, easy, we can totally fix that up. And of course, down at this lower region over here, then you work your way to here. And of course, you know, there could be different shops and things along those lines in that area. So I think that came out really cool. So now what we need to do is think about our pathway. So I was considering maybe doing a little bit of wood, potentially, just for like an interesting concept in terms of changing up the color, adding a really good contrast against all of the gray. But I thought against it because I feel like it would be more naturally fitting for the area to retain the general stone variety that we have all along here. And I think that's going to look really nice. So let's jump down here real quick and let's see, which box do I keep it in? I think it's this box, okay? So let's throw that down, have ourselves a little steak. There we go. Looks like we're going to have one more. You can't give me 5 seconds to enjoy a piece of steak. You can't. You can't just leave me alone. I go through this area with stacks upon stacks of torches. It's just never enough. It's never enough. It's never, it's not, that's fine. I don't care. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab out some, now you come over here with pants on. I'm just not even impressed. Not even impressed one bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I think that's good for now. I'd love a little cobble action. Can I get a little cobble action? I think this is my cobble box. Nope, definitely not the cobble box. That's okay. We'll come back here with the cobble. So what I want to do is in these little spots, just start to kind of add a little bit of variety. I want to go in these areas right here with a little bit more, say the cobble, of course, that we don't have at the moment, and a little bit more of the powdered concrete in this section. I think it's going to look really cool. It just adds that really nice contrast through there. And of course, we're going to start kind of slipping these guys in there like so. And we might throw in a stair and cut out a piece here and throw in another stair there. And of course, did I get the half slabs out? No, I didn't. But like this, we're just going to slowly take these blocks in and out and just kind of move them all around. I think that's going to look really cool. So just taking the design that we did over there and then implementing it all the way across here. So once I have that complete, I'll meet you back when we can start working on the landscaping and coming up with what's going to go in this section right here. Like, help me in the comments, come up. You know, yeah, go die. Down in this section right here, did he already come back? Oh no, there he is. He's still alive. He made it onto a platform. It's like a cartoon when you think somebody like fell off the edge and you're like, no. And then they're like hanging onto the cliff or something, like a little branch. Anyway, we need something in this spot right there. What should we do? Should we fill this in and create a little grotto down below? Or should we maybe make some little water feature that flows down this corridor? Like, what should we do? I'm considering, you just can't leave me alone, can you? You can't. Oh, look at this guy down here. So I don't know. It's a tough choice what we should do in this spot. Maybe build some little houses over there. I've also considered in this cliff right here to build little walkways and houses and different things along those lines to really give the area some variety. I think that's going to look really cool having that. Now, the question is, how do we make that feel natural? How do we make that feel in balance with the rest of the area so nothing feels kind of really out of place, things along those lines. But anyway, let me work on this design, see if I can retain my sanity with all these mobs. mobs and hopefully get a really cool pathway design. And there we go. We've got ourselves a pathway, and let's fly through our little lagoon there. I love that little thing. I think it'll be really fun for people when they're flying through the giant dig site here to kind of go through our little lagoon there. So let's fly up here and take a look at our pathway. Look at how much beautiful detail is really immersed within the rock here. Look at this. We got like the andesite acting as, you know, some crumbly rock. And of course, we've got our stairs, which are more of the man-made objects of the area. We've got a little powdered concrete, so that's looking really cool. We have the lighting under the carpet, so it's a nice seamless texture. Now, of course, there's definitely some areas where the lighting still needs to be improved in this area, but I think it's slowly getting there along the pathways. And once you're up at the very top here, it just looks really cool. I love the way the paths work because they come down here and they're very positional in the way that when you're walking, I'm kind of controlling where you're looking by using kind of little sight lines through the pathway. See how you're kind of walking your way all the way up to the top, and you've made it all the way up, and you turn around and you see this massive petrified looking tree, stone sculpture, whatever it is. And then once you start walking down this section, you get these beautiful views of the waterfall and the swamplands down below. So you can really control the way people kind of walk and think by kind of directing their eyes through the pathway. And that's what I've done here. And especially coming back down the way after you've made it all the way to the top, you start working your way down here, and you can kind of see, of course, you're way down there and into the little entranceway. So it's really fun, actually, to kind of work in those ways. So we've got to start moving on to our next phase here, and that is starting to work on these cliffs, really giving them some texture, giving them some life. So I've considered maybe even bringing up a little bit of dirt hanging off of the cliffs, just little details along those lines. Now, I don't know if we're going to get to all of this all the way across on every single side, and of course the river just yet, because this episode has taken 3 days to make so far, because I just haven't had a lot of time this week. I've had so many doctor's appointments and so much stress from those. I don't know. It's been really hard. And at least the few minutes I get to come on here, I can kind of relax a little bit and play a little Minecraft. Hopefully let you guys enjoy something fun here on the HermitCraft server. And I do very much hope that that is the case, and you guys can jump on and join the video here with me as we build around, because that just means the world to me if you guys enjoy it, because I enjoy it. It makes my life better, even when times are tough. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. A little bit frustrated, a little tired, and just want to play some Minecraft and hang out with you guys. So we've got some supplies here. Where's my vines? Kinda need my vines. Where did they go? Here they are. There we go. So I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to grab as much of this as we can and kind of see. Let's knock off those. There we go. Okay, let's scaffold together and let's do it. I'm kind of feeling like right here looks like a great spot. So let's shoot up there real quick together and let's kind of see what we can do. I really want to incorporate a lot of some of the detail that we've worked on the tree, but just not quite to that level. And of course, not incorporate the andesite. Have you guys seen on the Twitter the brand new textures coming to Minecraft? Those are pretty crazy. I'm not 100% like against it, like, oh my gosh, this is just terrible. No, I'm kind of in between. I think it's, to me, it's more of just a shock of like, oh wow, I'm really used to that texture. I've been looking at it since 2010, and it's very different. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, oh wow, that's different. That's different right there. And you know, we're human. We hate change and different things along those lines. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping the biggest open mind that I possibly can. There are some textures that I'm a little iffy on, but I think they'll be changed. And like they said, they're very open to, feedback and looking to change them. And I think this is a long time coming. Some of the textures in Minecraft, as well, there's 1,000,010 texture packs out there, there's some rough textures in the Minecraft, default. So it's really nice to kind of see them address that. It's just as long as they maintain the kind of general art style that is Minecraft, very blocky, very kind of direct in the design. So I think that's a good thing. I noticed the birch texture looked exactly like a texture that I had for a little bit, and then was like, this is a little outside of general Minecraft, so I removed it because I like to keep my stuff generally close that I can to default. But personally, can they just get B-dubs to do it? Can we all agree on that? Can we just nominate B-dubs to be their texture pack guy? I'd agree with that. B-dubs is very good at what he does with his texture pack, so I'd be very happy to see that personally. But they're doing good. I like it. I think it's going to be good. At least I'm holding out hope. You know, we never know what will happen in the end, but generally, I think it'll be good. They get some new textures, some new life in the game, as long as they maintain the general art style. That's all I care about, is that kind of, you look at all the blocks. They all generally have a cohesive pattern to them in style. As long as they can maintain that to a good extent, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So I think this is coming out pretty cool. And like I said, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think of it. Good, the bad, and the ugly. I want to know. There we go. So I'm just adding just a little vine action, just getting a little extra detail here. This is mainly just to cause just a little bit of a disturbance in the stone, right? We want to create just a little bit of contrast between the stone, and I think this is going to work by adding that little extra bit of dirt kind of hanging off the sides here. I think that looks really, really cool. And just very minimally, that's what I want to do with this. Just very minimally, just add a couple branches here and there. And I think that's going to look really, really nice. So tell me what your thoughts are so far. I think that's going to be good. And like I said, maybe add just a little bit of the hardened clay in here. I'm never going to get used to calling it terracotta. I still call everything by its like original Minecraft names when things have changed. So I think that, yeah, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it to bits. So I'm going to take that design and I'm going to, you know, put it here and there and all around. Who is that up there? Bob the Creeper Building Inspector. Why are you always up there? Anyway, let me work on this in super fast build mode. End of super fast build mode, and look at that beautiful cliff that we've created together today. I'm absolutely in love with this. Of course, we've got this cool little archway that is going to be so much fun to fly through once this whole thing is complete. And I believe we are only maybe 2 weeks away from getting this whole thing complete here. As long as we can really put in the effort and get all this done and get some time would be really nice, and some energy. But that is looking absolutely fantastic right there. I think down in this lower region, I might actually swap out some of the colors for a little bit of a lighter feel, or potentially do the lighter at the top. You know, use some, actually don't have them on me, but the lighter tones like, let's see, these guys over here. So maybe these two potentially at the top and darker at the bottom might also give it a little bit more of a height feel. By having the lighter colors at the top, so we'll see. So I think that is looking really cool. So we've got all sorts of little detail down there, of course, at the top. Now this looks a little awkward having all of the dirt kind of on one side. It makes it kind of feel heavy on that side, but eventually we'll have this all terraformed up and everything will feel cohesive in the design and it won't have that awkward feel. So let's fly real quickly up here. Let's make a nice big old turn and we'll land right up here. So we'll take a nice graceful land. So as you can see what I'm talking about, it looks a little kind of awkward having it all on this side, but eventually it'll be over here. It'll make everything feel kind of natural in that area. Like now, just have confidence in the scar. Remember, just have confidence in the scar. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving that. I think in this centerpiece, we still need to come up with something. So definitely let me know what you think would be cool here. I think it would be nice to even have a few trees kind of overhanging this area. I think that'd look absolutely beautiful. But like I said, unfortunately, with all my doctor appointments this week, I've not been able to finish this side or get the river done, but eventually we will through time lapses and streams. So guys, thank you so much for always making my day, and I very much appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. Think about you all the time, especially when I can't make videos. I'm like, dang it, I can't make videos. I want to get something out to you guys, so that may be a disappointment this week. So hopefully this video reaches you doing well, and until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become Scar for life.